Turn the corner and you're bound to see one of these bad boys rolling down the street. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most popular cars of all time. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're considering the most favored cars in history. You know, the cars that you see everywhere. We're not looking at the world's coolest or highest performing vehicles. As awesome as Lambos and Bugattis are, they're not exactly common. Number 10, the Chevrolet Impala.
There she is. Chevy Impala, most popular car in the state of California.
The use of this nameplate dates all the way back to the 50s, but because of its strong reliability and overall great reputation among drivers, the Impala is still going strong. First coming on the market for 1958, this car was originally billed as the Bel Air Impala, as either a hardtop or convertible sport coupe. The car underwent a name change after 1 year, with its second generation donning the name it currently holds. But the Impala didn't receive a drastic body transformation until the 70s, as a big and boxy four-door sedan. Since then, it's upgraded with each generation into the car you know and love today. And as of 2016, it's sold over 14 million units since conception.
Every curve, every sweep is clean and compatible.
Number 9, the Mazda MX5.
A midsummer day's dream.
Imagine it. Driving down California's famous Route 1, top down, hair blowing in the wind, sun kissing your skin, not a care in the world. That's the dream, isn't it? The Mazda MX5 makes that dream a reality for over 1 million people, as it's the Guinness record-holding best-selling two-seat convertible sports car in history. Known as the Miata to North Americans, Mazda's little front-engine, rear-wheel drive roadster first debuted at the Chicago Auto Show in 1989, and within 1 year earned Automobile Magazine's Automobile of the Year award. Over 20 years later, the convertible is still raking in awards, earning World Car of the Year at the 2016 World Car Awards. Number 8, the Mini. While the modern Mini hasn't been on the market long enough to make any significant impact in the most sold department, the BMW-owned Mini marquee car quickly became one of the most popular IT cars when it was first launched in the year 2000. The original Mini, however, was the UK's best-selling car throughout all its years of production, between 1959 until the new millennium. A 1960s British pop culture icon, this small economy automobile featured a transverse engine front-wheel drive layout, and on the outside, it didn't change too drastically over the decades. With a two-door space-saving design, unforgettable look, and multiple awards, it's no wonder the Mini was voted one of the most influential cars of the 20th century. Number 7, the Honda Accord. The Accord was originally released as a compact, but eventually transitioned into a classic sedan that mothers and those in middle management have come to love. The Accord was first released in 1976, and in 1982 became the first Japanese car to be produced in the United States. For the next 15 years, the car became the best-selling Japanese car in the country, and that love has never really died. Continually growing due to market demands, and in competition from Honda's other offerings, the Accord is always a strong sales performer due to its renowned reliability. To date, the model has racked up sales of over 12 million units. Number 6, the Ford Model T. If you paid attention in history class, you probably heard all about the Ford Model T. The Model T set the standard for both cars and for mass production. The Ford Model T is probably why you would have learned about the assembly line, a game changer from both a business and social perspective. The Model T was in production from 1908 to 1927 and was one of the first truly affordable cars for middle-class Americans. This was primarily because it was built using assembly lines, not hand craftsmanship. Named the most influential car of the century in 1999, it's hard to think of where we'd be without the Model T. Number 5, the Volkswagen Beetle.
Punch buggy red.
Punch buggy blue. Much like the Mini, the Volkswagen Beetle is beloved for its unique and compact design. The Beetle was birthed under unfortunate circumstances, as Ferdinand Porsche conceived it for Adolf Hitler, who wanted a cheap, simple car capable of traveling Germany's road network. Rear-engined and air-cooled, the Type 1 was meant to be easy to maintain and quick to build. Post-war, the car formally took on its Beetle nickname and abandoned its inauspicious roots in favor of popularity as a harmless urban car. A long-lived model, it received few costume changes until the arrival of a completely new front-engine, front-drive Beetle in 1997. Number 4. The Volkswagen Golf. Though it shares the same parent company as the Beetle, the Volkswagen Golf doesn't share the same stormy beginnings. The Golf first went into production in 1974, nearly 40 years after the Beetle. The Golf has maintained a steady production since they first hit the market and has already outsold the Beetle, notching over 25 million cars sold, even with the Bug's 36-year head start. The compact family car is the perfect road vehicle for suburban living and offers a surprising amount of pep. Initially built as a 3-door hatchback, the Golf morphed to fit the family-preferred 5-door design and has won many awards, including World Car of the Year in 2009. Number 3. The Honda Civic. Covering everything from dependable grocery getter, church cruiser to budget sports car, it's hard to beat a Civic. Introduced in 1972 with a classic 2-door model, moving up to a 3-door hatchback that same year, the Civic, like the Accord, eventually grew, morphing into the compact that roams the streets today. In fact, the Civic helped push the Accord out of the compact domain and into a sedan. It's that popular. The Civic is small and very reasonably priced, making it a middle-class favorite, a perfect first car, and an unlikely platform for tuning. From 1972 to 2017, almost 20 million Civics have been sold, and there's very likely one in or near your driveway. Number 2. The Ford F-Series. It may be hard to believe, but it's a truck, not a hot sports car or dependable minivan that claims the title of second best-selling vehicle of all time. In the US, that is. Yes, the Ford F-Series is as American as it gets, and no other truck has been able to compete. Over time, the Ford F-Series may just grab the top spot, as it's been among the best-selling vehicles in the United States every year since 1981. The F-Series mostly produces light and medium-duty trucks, but has also expanded to include niche markets like commercial vehicles. Covering all bases of rugged needs, the F-Series is a king likely never to be toppled. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. Number 1. The Toyota Corolla. Between the Corolla's reputation of great mileage and reliability, as well as the sheer number of them on the road, it's hard to ignore the well-earned, solid fact that the Toyota Corolla is the most popular car of all time. First introduced in 1966, the Corolla has since become the number 1 selling vehicle of all time, selling over 40 million units. It didn't take long either, as the Corolla was already grabbing yearly best-selling titles by 1974. Plain and simple, drivers love the Corolla for its steadfast dependability and have been rewarding Toyota with sales. Lots of them.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.